T6 Summer 2013, Paper 1, Non-Calculator. Part A, we need to reflect the shape in the diagram in the line x equals 2. So the first thing we need to do is draw the line x equals 2. And that's every point which has an x coordinate of 2. So that will be 2, 0, 2, 1 and 2, 2. Reflection, we want the mirror image, so every point will move and be reflected. You must in the exam use a ruler, and I don't have a ruler tool on this app. So make sure that you're doing it in pencil and you're doing it with a ruler, so that is B. And then if we look at B, we want to enlarge the shape by a scale factor of 2 with the centre at 2, 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark on the centre at 2, 1. Now that tells us that every point must be twice as far away from the centre as it currently is. So if we go to the first point, it's 1 square away, which means our first point will now be 2 squares away. This side is 2 squares long. If I multiply that by 2, I get 4. So I want my side to be 4 squares now. Next, I have a side which is 1 square, so multiplying that by 2, I get 2. So I want a side with 2 squares. And I'm now going to repeat that, working around the shape. And finally, what we then want to do is draw on our guidelines. Every point on the object in the image should go through the centre. I always do this through 3 points just to check. When doing a rotation, we use tracing paper, and I'm going to mimic this in the app by taking a picture of the original shape. What you can see is I have traced the picture, putting the cornering of the tracing paper at my centre, which is at 0, -2, and I want to go 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Now, unfortunately for me, just be careful in terms of resizing. Once we have that in place, you then take your pencil and stab through the points of the shape so that you have the new shape in place, and then remove the tracing paper and join the points up with a ruler, giving us the final shape and the rotation, and we're asked to label that C. To complete the table, we need to use the fact that probabilities add to give 1. So I'm going to add together all the probabilities in the table. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. 3 and 1 is 4, and I get 0.45. So 1 minus 0.45 means that the missing probability is 0.55. The problem with John's calculation is that he only used 20 girls, so the sample size is too small. We want a much larger group of students to get an answer which is closer to 0.6. Whenever we are multiplying indices, we add the powers, so that would be 3 plus 4 to give us 7. Whenever we divide, we subtract the powers. So this gives me an h cubed plus an h cubed, so I have 2h cubed. And in this we have a division, so we're going to subtract. So that is e to the power minus 2, which is also 1 over e squared. Counterexample means to pick a number which shows that this is not true. So the only prime number which is even is 2, and 2 squared is 4, which is even. So we've shown that prime number squared is not always odd. 2x squared times x, 2 times 1 is 2, and x squared times x is x cubed. So 2x cubed is missing from the box.